iDiski Times, now available in stores around the country for only R3.50.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Orlando Pirates 2, Stellenbosch Football Club 2. One of the most strongest attacks in South African football at the moment. Dimgba, Mendieta, Waseem Isaacs, and of course Ashley Dupree playing against one of the weakest or most confused defenders. If you were watching last season, you would have seen there's a lot of confusion. Good back for Orlando Pirates. It happened today. 2 goals conceded by Stellenbosch and 2 goals conceded predictably by Orlando Pirates. Tso Vilakazi, highest ever goal scorer in the history of Orlando Pirates. So, what did you make of that game?
Nkulego angibulise wena mfethu.
Yes sir.
Bulise uJustice, bulise Junior, bulise Selma Thunze nginibulise nanemakhaya cene support njalo iDiskiTV. Zobeka njobe njalo ngichike futhi. Nkulego I'm so disappointed. You know, I don't know whether ngicale ngithi players or ngithi technical team angazi, but I'm disappointed the way Pirates approaching this game, and they didn't look like a big team. We know Steve Parker he will wait and wait and wait. Afune lo break leyo. But today Steve Parker looks very good for me now. Yes, I always say a good team. He came here bamba kuye ezandleni and giving it away. After a red card, for me now, Steve Parker, you've got to Mendieta, you've got to Dimgba, you've got to Dupree, you've got to Isaacs. I mean, tell them to stay. Babuyelan, why are you? Babuyelan.
Yeah, I had a problem with that too.
Babuyelan, because people that they need to be worried, Pirates. And if you're scared of them, that's a way of saying to them, defend. Because when they look at Mendieta, he's got skill, he's very smart, he's got speed. Dupree has got speed. Dimgba, very smart, skillful player with the left. Isaacs can finish. So they will say to Pirates now, as in, hey, Bafetu, say a shot number 1. Number 2, let's bring people back. So now you say -1 problem. Then you play now to say, okay, now how can I get a goal? Should I go wide or should I attack them in the middle? That's what you need to do. But yes, he made a good change. Siamedi Robin Johannes. Good change. You could see good team. Why would Dupree need to go out? Because today was not him. We didn't see much of him. But again, you Pirates, they were confused at the back. But you still allow them to regroup while they're still confused. I mean, you know, in football, unfortunately, in football, when the man is down, you must kick him. I want to tag you. Let's go up again, do. Because if it was you understand Bosch with the red card, the Pirates being by absolutely. They expose those elements, those holes, but Pirates change by Nzile second half. I don't know. Serious. Because you playing a 3 move. Dlalu Tyson, Dlala Uchele, Dlalu Nyauza. 1, no one who's got speed. Dlalu wanda by 3. 2, tactically, you know who it is 2. Utlajwa no Nyauza, they get lost. You've got Uchele, I want. But you still want to play that 3. Those holes, if it's goal. If it's goal, you can't play with 3 with those 3 guys at the back. Isaacs. It means if they were playing with 4 at the back, the left back was gonna pick Isaacs. But now, because you're playing with 3, he needs to go tighter to that person. He keeps that person in space because he's used to be a cover as a center back. But now in that position as 3, you need to go tighter to the man. So his space and Isaacs will no, let me take a shot. That deflector, it's a goal. A second goal again. Tyson, he's behind the striker. As a defender, you can't. It's because I don't know. At this level, how can you teach an experienced defender a captain of the team, Uguti, when you defend, the striker must be in front of you. I mean, especially when it's going to be a cross. Make sure that there's, you are between the poles and the opponent. But now, if an opponent is over Langa Pambil and you are behind him, it's a cross. Hey, Kulega, I don't know. I'm saying no,
Umauta was it? It's because you don't know.
No, no, maybe I'm frustrated again because I'm sorry to say this. You can't do a mistake like this at this level. As a centre back, as a captain, as a leader, you can't. So if Pirates don't convert, you Confederation Cup again with such mistakes. I mean, what's the point of going there? Because you're gonna be hammered. But you shy food, but you pin the food, but nigga food, man was a rajale, but shy food. So I don't know. Maybe Coach Ncikazi, he's got a lot of work that he needs to do in that team.
All right. Red card or not red card? Does it matter? What was your observation of that moment? Because of course we know what we saw from the replay. Are you sympathetic to the referees? There was a stampede and a melee after the red card. Maybe that confused him as well. But I'm sure he didn't see someone stamping and take out a red card. Maybe he was even advised by a linesman who was a little bit further from the action. What did you make of that whole action?
Yeah, you know, it's so tricky, that action when Nkulego, because of the angle corner and looking at the action Nyauza and not to pray la pana pants. Definitely sure he was sure that Umnyatelile. Well, it's only us that we saw a repeat, because Nami I was sure good Umnyatelile it is a red card, but after I've seen it then I saw it good to know. Actually he was also trying to run away from him. Unfortunately, because avoid unfortunately, it's one of those days where you know, we not that bad luck in Nyauza, and I think no referee I doubt Guti really wanted to do it. But that action anyone will be.
Reaction players
and players, yes, I mean
they made it look like it was a stamp.
Yes, that's why he leader everyone to say this is what happened, and the players, they came flying to the referee, and now he was convinced and he gave him a red card, and unfortunately he came for Paris for that, but that's not an excuse when Nkulego, because I always say Minaguti. And even other coaches, they know. As coaches, you plan. Red card, an injury in the next in 5 minutes, game. Well, you know, those things, you plan for that. If this happened, I must have an answer for that. If there's this happened, the red card, then I must have an answer for that. So there's no excuse for that, because it proves really good why I'm saying there's no excuse. So what's an excuse for them not to win the game? So, but there's a lot of work for Coach Ncikazi. I'm giving him a good Coach Ncikazi, because for me, the team is too big for him. So Coach Ncikazi, I'm just saying to him, he's got a lot of work, especially when he wants to play with that three at the back. With the three midfielders, that I didn't understand. What is it that they wanted him to do? Sure. Because the player that for me was Utlamin. He was getting into good areas. He was trying to play good passes at the good places. So yeah, there's a lot of work that they need to do at Paris.
There you go. And of course, it's 29 more matches to play. So you start on the back foot. Already the champions have started on the front foot. So if there's any intention for Orlando Pirates to win the league, they're going to have to dust themselves off. With that kind of defense, though, you don't usually win the league with a defense that's guaranteed to at least concede 2 goals against a strong front line. So they're going to need to, they usually say defense wins you titles. Strikers win you matches. With that kind of defense, it's going to be very difficult to see whether or not they could win the league. It's highly unlikely. iDiskiTV, iDiskiTimes, World Sports Betting. Thank you very much for watching us.